Hello there, bringing you another comic books, plus one little extra thing at the end that's not a comic book. But I'll save that and sort of show it at the end, and people can let me know. The people that are in the know for that sort of thing can let me know. This comic book really just doesn't. The bottom of that cover's just messed up. Anyway, these books all came from the old Strathcona Antiques Mall. I had wanted to go to the parking lot sale for their fourth parking lot sale of the year, but the air quality was so bad that day there was just no way I could go there and be out looking through vendor stalls outside and it was very bad, and so I couldn't go, but I wanted to go take a look anyways. But so I went on a day when the air quality was good. And it was about being inside there in their air conditioning. Although it wasn't scary hot that day. But I found something from, let's see, four different vendors, with most of it being 3 vendors for comic books and 1 vendor for something else. So now I'm not showing you these in the order that I picked them up, but I think I'm going to show them. Let's see, how do I want to do this? You know what? I think I'm going to show those after this. So I've been getting into this series, and mainly I've been watching and participating sometimes in Show Us What You Got on Chris the Comic Vets channel. Shout out to Chris. And I've gotten interested in this series after seeing all the great covers for it. Still haven't started reading it yet because I want to find the first couple trades and read it that way. But I'm collecting covers anyway. So this is Something Is Killing the Children from Boom Studios. James Tynan IV, Werther de Dara, and Miguel Mierto. I hope I said that right. Okay, and they had a whole bunch in this one part of the old Strathcona Mall. It's called Coliseum Comics, I think it's, or is that, I think it's called Corellian Comics is what it is. And they had covers they had books that were basically brand new. Looks like nobody had ever bought and read them yet. And they do have new books there, even though they're in an antique mall. They do old books and they do new books. So we got Something Is Killing the Children. We got issue number 31. We have issue number 32. We have issue number 34. We have issue number 36, and this is Virgin variant. They also had the regular cover for this as well, I believe, but I decided to pick this one instead. And they had also, we got issue number 30, what is this? 38, issue number 38. And issue number 39. So I now have most of the covers and most of the issues in the 30s now, because I already had issue number 30, and I believe I have issue... Do I have issue number 33? I can't remember. I have most of them now. And yes, I'm very interested in... like I said, I will probably read the book itself in trades. I haven't really decided yet. I kind of want to protect those books. This is not part of the haul. This is me putting them in my stack of... where I protect them, just putting it in a stack out of the way. Anyway, the next 2 books are actually, I think, the last 2 books that I picked up out of this one vendor. The vendor there, they don't usually have any, they have okay books, but not great books. And I'm not sure if these books were actually in that vendor's stall, or if they were in some other stall and somebody had taken them and hid them there, because they weren't in that vendors' comic boxes. They were above those boxes in another box with a bunch of paper that wasn't comic books and magazines or other things or other old stuff. So they had been stuffed in there, and well, not stuffed, but they'd been put in there, and they were put in there to not be visible. And if I hadn't been flipping through, I wouldn't have come across them. So each one of these was $2, and they weren't in any bags and boards, and the prices was written lightly in pencil on the inside front cover at the top. So, like I said, they were $2 each, and I don't usually mind if it has a little bit of pencil written on the inside. As long as they don't do it in pen, I don't care. It's like, all right. So, but I'm probably not going to worry about trying to erase it because that might damage the paper. So it's part of the history of the book. The vendor put the price of it. So I got these both for $2, and they're both in actually really good shape. We have the Noon Teen Titans issue number 28, and this is first cover appearance and origin of Terra. So, and this is in look at this. I don't know if you can see. It's in really good shape. I think it has there's a little bit of wear on the spine, but overall it is a very beautiful book. So that was cool to find. And they also had an issue of Justice League of America. This is issue 191. So that was cool to find as well, and that's also in really good shape, especially considering it was in these weren't in a bag and board at all. So it's like, okay. And that's a Buckler and Giordano cover. And I'm trying to think of who's this one. Is that a Zek? Does that say Zek? I can't tell. I can't tell. Somebody in the comments let me know who did this cover. I bet Matt from Matt Likes Comics will know. Shout out to you, Matt. I have one last book for this haul. They actually had issue 8 and issue 9 of this. Both of them are not in the best of condition. This one was the better of the two. The other one, there was just too much staining and too much. I just couldn't justify it because this book and that book were both marked at $18. That's probably a little more than what they are worth in this condition, but it is still, I think it's like a book from 1947. It's either 47 or 57, I can't remember. And it is issue number 9 of Flash Gordon, a 12 center from King Comics. Yes. Issue peepers on that. As Jambo would say. Shout out to Jambo. All right. Now, the last thing I'm going to show you is not a comic book. Like I said, I'm going to get a little closer because you to see this. Oh, I think I just spoiled it. I found this at a vendor that also sells comics, but they also do toy die-cast cards. And I've looked through them, looked through what they have once in a while, but I've never really found anything I wanted or liked enough to buy. And most of their cars are very older cars and can range in price from a couple bucks to $10 to $15, depending on what it is. And I saw this, and I don't know, something about it just. I've been watching some videos of various who do Hot Wheels and stuff like that, who talk about paint and what to look for and stuff. And I wasn't sure, but it just didn't look like it was a normal paint job. And it is a car from 2004. I know that for sure because I looked on the bottom of the car. And this is from what's known as Johnny Lightning. And this is Johnny Lightning, and it's from the time when they do RC2. I'm only sort of knowing what that means. I only sort of know what that means, but yeah. This is from 2004 film Playing Mantis, and it's made in China. So many things are made in China. But this is, and I tried looking this up, and I cannot figure out which one this is. There was one website I found where it had showed all the old Johnny Lightning sort of catalogs and stuff, and I didn't see it in there. But I also know that there's special paint jobs and stuff for some versions, so I don't know. So anyway, I'm going to show this to you. So you can take a look at that, and it was basically on the back here. That, and you know, the sort of the very interesting sort of what you would call pinstriping on. I do watch things like I don't see personally. I don't drive. It's not. When I was younger, it was a more of a personal choice, but now my leg is so bad I wouldn't be able to drive and control a car properly. So, but I do like watching some car show things. Most specifically, there's a show called Counts Customs. I don't know if they're actually on anymore, but I love that show. So, so that was interesting. And the hood, I did this wrong. The hood comes up. It doesn't really stay up anymore. And yeah, I don't know if you can really see anything in there, but comes up, and there's the bottom. And there's that number. Let's see if I got it short. I don't think you're going to be able to see it properly. I don't think it'll focus properly. But yeah, that's the number. It says 1265. Oh, then what does it say? It says 1265DO00. I don't know. I don't know enough about Johnny. This is the first Johnny Lightning car I bought, and I paid $10 for that. And maybe that's a little more than I probably should have paid for that. But I do know that there's something called White Lightning where they have paint jobs where it's been partially painted white. But I don't know if that's a White Lightning or if that's just a normal paint job for that car. But you can see the paint job for it. It's actually pretty good. It's got a bit of a, it's got quite a cool sheen to it. So yeah. So there it is from the front. And the back. So, and it looked like it was in pretty good shape. There's a few dings on it, but nothing major. But yeah, anybody, and I'm not shouting them out because I don't remember the names of their channels, but I'm going to put them in the description for their channels, and hopefully they'll see it and they'll be able to tell me what that is. I really hope so, because I have no idea. I looked it up. I couldn't find exactly what model it is or anything. And I'm not enough of a car person to know by looking at the car, at the vehicle design itself, to know exactly what company that's based off of. So maybe I'm not really a car guy, and I don't know. I know some guys can just look at something and know exactly what. No, it's like, oh, that's a Chevy, that's a Ford. They know exactly. I can't do that, unfortunately. Maybe I'll learn. I don't know. Like I said, I don't drive because I can't. I physically can't. So, all right. So thank you very much for watching. Greatly appreciated. Let me know what you thought of the comics. I think even though it cost me a bit more, I think this was the pickup for this haul for sure. Well, you know, Flash Gordon number 9, and it's like, so I'm pretty sure it was 1947, not 57, but I could be wrong. But still, that's a pretty old book, and I've already put it in a new bag and board. And yes, there's a pen mark on it, but I don't care, because if the pen mark wasn't there, it probably would have cost more. So, all right, thank you very much for watching. It's greatly appreciated. Do all the YouTube stuff if you feel like it. Like, comment, subscribe, share, whatever you feel like doing is fine with me. If you made it this far, and thank you very much for watching. I hope you're having a great day. Bye for now.